What's up, YouTube? How are you guys? Welcome. My name is Angie. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time. Thank you. And this is the reading for the second week of March. So this is from March 8th through March 12th, Monday through Friday. Today is Sunday, the 7th. I am hanging out by the creek. I don't know if you can see it. You can hear the water running. And there are also a crap ton of ginormous boulders that have fallen from where I am. And I found this spot, and I honestly thought it was a great metaphor into the physical of what's happening in our lives right now. So let me talk a little bit about that right now, because I'm going to tell you guys how I've been feeling, because I feel that you might relate to how I'm feeling. So lately, let me give you some examples of what's been going on personally in my life. So I've been feeling very emotional yesterday and today, so this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. But also I had a really heart-to-heart deep conversation with someone very near and dear to me. And it seems that we're both in a similar place, in a similar situation, to where we need to have some really deep emotional conversations with certain people in our lives, and not really sure how to have those conversations. So, I wanted to bring this up because I wanted to mention also with my friend that it's interesting because we had this conversation last week, and now this is coming up. It was coming up for her, and now it's coming up for me recently. Okay. Past traumas, things that have been unresolved for years and years, really hard conversations to have, with people that you love and your family. Okay. And she's in a similar situation as well to, something that has really been bothering her for a really long time, with somebody, that is, she's known for a really long time. And so, in the midst of our conversations about, personal things, it comes back to the energy of the month of March. Okay. So the energy this month is really intense. Okay. I don't honestly know, what's going on astrologically. I would have to check into that and see if that is having a factor. I'm sure it does. And it's based off of what sign you are. So I know for me personally, I know that we have all of these planets are in direct. They're all direct. Okay. So not one planet is in retrograde, and they're not going to be in retrograde until the end of April. Okay. So there's a lot of things that are coming up to the surface. There's a lot of things that are, that we can't hide anymore. We can't hide our emotions. We can't hide our feelings. We can't hide what's changing, what's leaving, what's transitioning, what's transcending, what is no longer serving us in our life, what is no longer in alignment. Okay. So I really feel that things are really coming up personally, collectively, and it starts with the individual person. So if there's something that's been coming up for you, okay, just know that it's not just you, it's me, it's other people that I know, and it's time that we have to, as Lori Ladd said, recently in a video, over this next month, we need to gather up our courage and our strength to get through this next sort of phase, so to speak. To jump a timeline, to get on our highest timeline, to release these things. And don't be worried about timelines. Okay, that's something else that's come up recently for me. I experience other timelines, and sometimes it's difficult to understand, where I am or where I am going, whether that's a lower timeline, whether it's a higher timeline, did I make a wrong choice? Did I make a wrong decision? And it's like, forget about all that. Where you are is exactly where you're meant to be right now in this moment. Okay, so don't worry about if and, but, should have, could have. Don't worry about it. Okay. So, without further ado, let's pull some cards and see what else is going on. Okay. So, hold on. Before I do that, I'm being impressed to talk about, the weekend video. So I did post a weekend video. And if you guys haven't checked it out, go ahead and check that out. But, I know that I was talking about a cycle ending. Okay. Some kind of cycle or karmic cycle or some kind of closure that possibly could have come to a completion this weekend. Okay. So, the way that I notice a completion is the number 10. Okay. Number 10 is the final ending, which also means new beginning. Okay. So 10 is an ending. We're done. It's signed, it's sealed, it's delivered. And then, 1 + 0 = 1, which is the new beginning. Okay. So I would like to say, pay attention to your dream state. If your dreams are getting more intense, more vivid, write them down. This is very valid inside information as to what's going on during your waking life. Okay. So, I would just like to say, to piggyback and sort of follow up with, the weekend reading, who recognized some sort of ending, completion, or a number 10 in their lives. I did in my dream state. Okay. So, things are changing rapidly. There's a lot of closures, there's a lot of lessons, there's a lot of things. And so, like I said, we are being asked to gather up our courage, gather up our strength, and really move forward and move on, no matter how hard we think it is or how difficult or how emotional. We need to, sit with these things, and I don't want to say necessarily like take the high road, but do what we can for the most highest and best good of ourselves and other people. Okay. All right. So let's get to some cards here. Okay. So I apologize for some sort of maybe possibly heaviness and a heavy talk, but I mean, this is reality. This is where we're at right now. And so, I keep it 110% real. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say, oh, everything's been unicorns and rainbows, because, it really hasn't been, for me. So, and if I'm feeling that way, I know that there's other people out there that are potentially feeling the same way as well. 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups. This is all about friendships, relationships, emotions, and, discussing and having emotional conversations. Okay. And this could also be the Lover's card. I really do see this as friendships, though. Friendships turning into more relationships. This could, into an actual love relationship. This is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest. So, but it is all about communication and sharing your feelings and being open and honest with yourself, about yourself, and with other people. Okay. So it's just confirmation of saying, hey, you know what? Now is the time, Now is the time to have those conversations this month, and maybe even this week, if the opportunity arises, to start having those conversations that are not necessarily the easiest ones to have. Okay. And I'm right there with you guys. Okay. All right. So let's get some more information about this week, the 8th through the 12th. So 8th through the 12th, what do we need to know? March 8th through March 12th, what do we need to know? Oh, good Lord. All right, so we've got the Ace of Cups. This is an amazing card. This is an emotional new start. Okay, so I really feel as if I have some other cards here that were all in reverse, but this was the only one. This was the very top one that was oh, here we go. So this one was can't even get my words out. Sorry, guys. On top of the pile. Everything else was in reverse, and this one was on the top card. So I know that this was the card. So Ace of Cups. Okay. This is an emotional, huge new beginning. The way that I am seeing this, okay, we have lots of water here. Go figure. I am by water right now. All right. Emotional new beginning. Okay. So this week is all about sharing our feelings, sharing our, getting things out. You know, our wants, our needs, our deep secrets, our deep, you know, releasing, having those conversations and really starting from a new place, you know, starting to open the doors to allow those emotions to be released, to be healed, to, I'm sort of seeing like this, or feeling like this, like lightness, okay, of almost like relief, because it's very difficult to talk about things or matters of the past that, you know, that happened, you know, 30 years ago, okay, you know, if you're in, you know, my situation, you know, it's talking about, you know, childhood things, you know, it's who wants to talk about that kind of stuff, you know? But this is the thing, okay? These things are coming up for a reason. Your feelings, your emotions, these relationships, past relationships, parental relationships, okay? You know, it's not just the relationship with yourself, okay? It's all different types of backwards and forwards and relationships, you know, exes, you know, your kids. It's anything and everyone. Okay, there is a potential here to really have that new, fresh emotional start. Okay, and the other information that I have from this is temperance. Okay, when I get the temperance card, this is like all in moderation. There's a fine balance in our lives. Okay, so the way that I'm seeing this in my particular instance, in my particular situation, I know that the topic of conversation in which and who I need to have those conversations with is not going to be easy. I'm not going to really necessarily be heard. You know, sometimes people that we, you know, call family or have in our family, or, you know, we all don't view things the same. Okay. And we're all not open. We're all not open to conversation sometimes. We're not open to feelings. So the person in which and who you are maybe having to have this conversation with, to try to have this new emotional beginning, to open the door, to begin the healing to start happening for you, but also the other person. Maybe this is us needing to tell that other person, like, listen, I forgive you. You know, or I'm sorry, either way, and allowing that new emotional beginning to start to heal. Okay. Now with the temperance is all about life balance, mental, emotional, physical, spiritual balance. Okay. But it's also about moderation. So the way that I see this is sort of like in little doses. Okay. And so this is kind of interesting that this is coming up, because I feel like this is confirmation for myself in my own personal situation, okay, where it's having the conversations and just sort of opening the door, and it's like baby steps, having baby steps. All right, sorry guys, I had a whole group of kids that just came over here, wanted to see what I was doing. So, what was I saying? Baby steps, okay? Give little bits of information, share your feelings and emotions to the extent of which you're able to. Maybe don't drop all of the information at once. This could be taking your time to have, you know, that information sort of sink into that person, to give them time. You know, it's like you're planting seeds. And for someone who's not going to listen, or for someone who isn't open to maybe have this, okay, you know, with the Ace of Cups, I would say yes. 9 times out of 10, I really do feel this is a brand new emotional beginning. Whether it feels or seems like it could be something else, but on a soul level, there is a new emotional beginning involving relationships, family, you know, any person in your life in which you need to have conversations with. Okay. So, and the temperance is a major arcana. So when I have a major arcana, this takes more weight than than the Two of Cups or the Ace of Cups, honestly. Okay, because these are things that could say, okay, well, you know what, I'm just sharing my emotions and my feelings today, something that happened today, and I'm getting that out, and we're talking about that, and my husband, doesn't do his own laundry, and I'm tired of cleaning up after him. I don't know, I'm just giving you an example. So this could be those types of daily conversations, daily emotions, new starts, new conversations, of letting your feelings out on a day-to-day basis. Okay. When the Temperance comes in, this carries more weight. This is saying, like, this is more serious. This is more possibly burdensome, trauma. And this is being grounded in our emotions, but also allowing ourselves to feel the emotions and release the emotions and have that opportunity to open the door for healing for both parties. And this is really about an emotional conversation of give and take, and allowing one person to speak and allowing the other person, no matter if they've received the message or not, to speak how they feel and not have the conversation. We need to meet people where they are. That's the information that's coming through. Meet people where they are. Don't try to change them. Don't try to force your opinion upon them. Speak your truth in a manner in which will be fluid, calm, cool, collected, in order for them to hear the information and feel the information. Because sometimes in these types of situations, the information is not going to be heard if you have a yelling, screaming match. So this is really saying this week, and I'm sorry, you guys, that this is sort of like, I feel like this is heavy information, like I said in the beginning, but this is really, really, really magical here, okay? And really, whether or not you see here, or that you're able to have these types of conversations, you just open the door, okay, and then the next conversation you try and, get a little bit more, get a little bit deeper, some way, somehow, okay? Allow yourself to have these conversations. Whatever is coming up for you right now, it is a collective purge. It is super, super, super important that you follow through. And I understand that, and it is not easy. I will tell you right now, it is not easy, the situation about having conversations that are not easy. And it's easy to avoid, but right now it's time to where you can't really avoid those conversations anymore. And, it's all about the healing process. So even if you are able to get out your feelings and emotions and your concerns and your apologies, your forgiveness, or whatever this is, even if the other person doesn't receive it like that, their soul will receive that information. They may need time to process. Okay, this isn't going to be that, there's a potential here that maybe, it's not something that just, this something has been so complicated for so long that it's finally released and now it's all good. We might be hashing up some old emotions and old emotional stuff here, but there is a potential for a very, very brand new beginning. Whether that's a new beginning with you because you've let these things out, being the internal card, or being a brand new beginning for you and this person to finally come back into balance. Because I really feel that what is happening here has been out of balance for a really, really long time. And now, we have cups everywhere here, okay? There's 2 cups here. There is 2 cups here, okay? And this is the major, major, major new beginning of emotional starts. Okay, so feel your feelings. Allow yourself to release old energy. And like I said, in moderation, you know, ground yourself, feel your feelings, feel your emotions, but don't be triggered by your emotions, you know. Allow yourself to feel them and allow yourself to sort of rein yourself in and control the way that you feel and your reactions and your responses, because sometimes we don't know how the other person's going to respond, you know. And so, you know, this is really good. This is really, really, really a new beginning. It really, really is. Okay. I am going to pull a celebration card, and I want to see if there's any other information or help or something that we really need to focus on that could help us this week or even this month. I don't remember what my monthly reading was about. I'm going to have to go back and watch my own video. I don't remember. All right, so this week, what do we need to focus on? Well, could have swore something flipped. Nope. All right. Any more information for this week? What do we got? Have faith, you guys. Have faith that these conversations are going to go well. Have faith you're going to have that new emotional beginning. Have faith you're going to have a fresh start. Have faith that that karmic cycle will come to completion. This could be your number 10 and also your number 1. Okay? So have faith and know. And having faith is also trusting that however this is meant to go down, however this is meant to be, will be. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. I love you guys. Have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful week. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your comments, your likes, your shares. And I will see you all in the next video. Okay, so thank you. Namaste. Bye for now.